Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
We interrupt this broadcast for a breaking MAGA alert. President Donald Trump warned us, saving America means saving the GOP from rhinos, sellouts, and known losers. David McKinley proved him right. Liberal David McKinley sided with Joe Biden's trillion-dollar spending spree, backed Nancy Pelosi's anti-Trump January 6th witch hunt, and supported gun-grabbing leftists' plans to demolish our Second Amendment rights. Don't trust rhino David McKinley to defend our West Virginia values. Trust true conservative Alex Mooney. With a proven conservative record in Congress, an A+ rating from the NRA, endorsement from West Virginia Citizens Defense League, and President Trump's complete and total endorsement. Alex Mooney's the leader we need to protect our businesses, secure our border, and defend our guns, the sanctity of life, and all our God-given freedoms. On May 10th, vote conservative Alex Mooney for Congress.
I'm Alex Mooney, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mooney for Congress 2022.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball!
It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Modern Realty Results, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and the Skinner Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you to Washington High School as we get you set for EPAC baseball action. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. Today we have Washington taking on Martinsburg. A matchup of two of the top teams in the EPAC. A very important matchup as we wind down the regular season as these teams are fighting for positioning in sectional standings. We bring in now my broadcast partners, Trip Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. And Trip, like I said, I mean, it's a huge matchup between these two teams today.
Yeah, it's really exciting this week. You know, you're finally starting to feel the excitement brewing. You know, earlier in the year when these teams played. You've seen Washington come out on top on a real tight game, and Martinsburg needs to at least split this series here to possibly take over a spot in the seeding. Right now, with Washington, if they could win tonight and then pull off another upset against Jefferson, they would certainly make a bid for the number 1 seed in the region. And if Martinsburg can continue, if they can continue their winning ways as they did down in Myrtle Beach and get a win here at Washington, and then got a couple games against Musselman coming up, they could certainly make a bid for the a high seed there as well. So extremely big week for these teams. Martinsburg here at Washington, then Musselman. Washington has Martinsburg, and then they have I believe they have a Hedgesville game, but also a very important game with Jefferson coming up. So, Jefferson kind of separated himself a little bit, but they still find themselves fighting for a position. We heard John Lowry yesterday say the number 1 team in the state, so that's just subjective. But, with a couple losses to Washington, that could certainly not make them the number 1 team in the area. Very important games, very exciting games, and I expect to see a lot of close games.
Martinsburg enters at 16-6. Washington sitting at 10-4. It'll be Carson Boober on the mound for the Bulldogs, and for Washington, it will be Brandon Dunbar, the number 3 starter. And Boober has really emerged now as the 2 starter with Paulson out, so at least unable to pitch. Mm-hmm. And it sets up a pretty good pitching matchup because we saw Dunbar pitch really well down there in Myrtle Beach, and he gets the call tonight.
Yeah, I didn't make it to Myrtle Beach, of course, but you guys were there, and some other were there, and some of the common things that I heard down there, multiple times I heard how the Dunbar had really impressed down there. So some people are a little surprised that he's on the mound here tonight, and maybe not Reed or Stoudemire, but Dunbar, I believe, has earned that spot and earned that trust in his team. When you put Stoudemire and or Reed on the mound, it changes their defense a little bit. So this could possibly put their best defense on the field, their best lineup on the field. And, I'm just excited to get to see Dunbar here pitch in a very competitive EPAC game.
We've seen a lot of Carson Boober this year on the mound for the Bulldogs, and he's definitely been impressive as a sophomore, stepping up when necessary, and has really become one of the best all-around players on this team. Has a good glove at second when he's in there, good pitcher on the mound, and one of the leaders in batting average, hitting .366 on the year. So a guy that has stepped up in big games in the past, and Martinsburg's going to need a good effort from him today on the mound.
Yeah, he's going to face a really good lineup in Washington. They haven't hit well as of late, but, for the whole year, the whole body of work, as Coach Ballard would say, the whole body of work, that lineup, there's a lot of tough outs in that lineup. But Carson has thrown against some very good teams and has some success. He does have a fastball that has a lot of movement, and that makes him successful when you can do that. And he also has that curveball. We haven't seen him, have what you would call a bad outing. And certainly we don't say that to wish karma, any karma or anything. But he's been very, very consistent, and one of the most consistent pitchers out there. Him and Edwards have been extremely consistent, and he was called on to be the next man up when Paulson, went down with that arm injury that kind of took away his ability to get some whip on the baseball and throw his off-speed stuff, without possibly injuring his arm. So, just hats off to that young man. We have praised him all year long, and he did. He has really, really stepped up for this team, and he's a big part of why they are in the running now for a very high seed here in the section.
This is the Cody's Body Shop countdown to first pitch. Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. We'll take a quick 3-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I'm Jason Barrett. I'm running for state senate because I believe it's time to build an even better West Virginia. That starts with a less burdensome tax policy, reliable internet service, a strong education system, and a robust tourism industry. I believe this building starts right here in Jefferson and Berkeley counties.
I ask for your support and your vote in the May 10th Republican primary.
Paid for by Friends of Jason Barrett.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road.
As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community.
I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
Hi, I'm Sally Hardy. I am asking you to re-elect John Hardy to the West Virginia House. John is my husband of 24 years and an amazing dad to our daughters. I am proud of this hardworking man who runs a successful business, gives back to the community, and is our valuable delegate. John Hardy is a man of values with a heart of service, and he cares about moving West Virginia forward. Re-elect my husband, John Hardy. Visit Delegate John Hardy on Facebook.
Paid for by candidate.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson at 304-LAWYERS. Or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
Are you at risk for a heart attack or stroke? WVU Medicine would like to remind you it's important to recognize the signs and symptoms so you can seek medical attention fast. The acronym FAST stands for F, face drooping, A, arm weakness, S, speech difficulty, and T, time to call 911. If you are having a stroke, get medical attention right away. Immediate treatment may decrease the risk of disability and prevent death. This important message is brought to you by WVU Medicine.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Back here on the Cody's Body Shop countdown to first pitch. As we get into our coaches' interviews, we'll start with the head coach of the Washington Patriots, JT DeSarno, and move over to head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Head coach of the Washington Patriots, JT DeSarno. Coach, last time we saw your team was down in Myrtle Beach. You guys had some good success down there, really competitive against some really good teams. What do you think that did for your team moving forward?
Well, I think one thing it did was let us know that we can win some close games. We didn't score many runs down there, but our pitching and defense was pretty spot on. So I don't think we played a single game that was more than a 2-run differential, win or lose. So, we took a lot of positives out of it. Surely would like to get the bats moving a little bit better now that we're back home. So we'll see how that goes tonight.
And your turn home against Martinsburg, EPAC game. Last time you guys played them, it was a competitive, close game. You were able to get that win. So what are you looking for out of the team tonight to get a win against a quality Martinsburg team?
Well, I'm just happy we finally got to play this game. This is the 4th day that we've had planned to play this game. So, finally Mother Nature's on our side for a day. And hopefully our boys are ready to rock and roll and keep it moving in a positive direction.
And what are you looking for out of your pitching today? Obviously pitching has been really a strength for your team, but not Stoudemire or Reed going for you. So a little bit deeper into your depth today.
Sure. Brandon Dunbar is going to take the mound for us today. He had some pretty good showings down in Myrtle Beach. He came in and closed out our first win, and then pitched just an efficient game against Georgetown. Ended up losing 2-0. Couldn't get any run support, but him on the mound, I think he finished 6 innings in less than 80 pitches and only threw like 13 or 14 balls the entire game. So he's real efficient with his pitches and keeps them off balance.
And when you look at Martinsburg, they're obviously a good team. You guys had a good game with them last time. Is there anything you want to see the team do better this time around to make sure that you get another win against them?
I think early on in the last game, we left a lot of guys on base, and we couldn't get them in. And that, in close games, sometimes that could be the difference. Sorry, had a little errant ball there. But, yeah, I think just execute and capitalize when we do get runners on and get them move around and put up some more runs.
All right, Coach, thank you and good luck today.
Sure, man. Appreciate it.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
So I'm here with Martinsburg's head coach, Aaron Baller, and Aaron, I want to talk about a couple of things today. One, the Myrtle Beach trip, and then also the important game you have here today and this week. So you guys ended up in the semifinals in the A, or the gold bracket, down there at Myrtle Beach. Can you tell us how that happened and give us a little summary of the week?
Well, I think it started out, we played a good High Point Christian Academy team who was very good. Carson Boober was lights out on the mound. Mike Lupus hit a big 3-run home run there that kind of lifted us. And I think from that point forward, we kind of believed that we could compete with anybody down there. Drew Bishop O'Connell, day 2, obviously, in my opinion, the best team. And then they went on to win the whole thing. Competed, didn't do a couple little things right, and made a couple mistakes when they put a little bit of pressure on us, which good teams do. Day 3, we played McClancy, who ran out there, their South Florida commit. Our guys, were up for the challenge. I thought they had good at-bats all day, and finally ended up getting a couple runs on him and knocking him out and won that game 9-0. Then made the A bracket semifinals, went down to Georgetown, kind of their home field, their home night, and unfortunately I thought we played kind of our worst game down there. Caleb Edwards pitched great, but we didn't really do enough behind him. But I think overall the trip was very successful. I think it was probably the 4 best teams that we'll play on our schedule all year, and very happy with how we competed and played.
So on to tonight. Now you look across the field with your counterpart. They also moved on in the A bracket and ran into a juggernaut pitcher down there, but they also competed really well against some very good teams. And tonight you get a chance to avenge a loss to them, and it's going to be a very important game. Can you tell us what your plan of attack is here tonight?
Well, I think Washington, I've kind of said all year that Washington might be the best team overall. I mean, with the pitching staff that they have, as well as some of the bats at the top of the lineup, it's no surprise to me that they're playing as well as they are. We're going to have to be very good defensively. We're going to have to put the ball in play, put a little bit of pressure on them. Got Carson Boober on the mound tonight, who, his last 3 starts have been Jefferson, High Point Christian, and now Washington. So not easy work for the sophomore, but, we got faith in him, and the moment won't be too big for him.
Okay. So you seen last night Jefferson and Musselman played a real tight game. There's is my opinion, the 1 through 4 still up for grabs. Should Washington win here tonight and then get another win out of when they play Jefferson here Friday, and then you also have Musselman come up at the end of the week. So this whole thing could be shook up. You got any idea how this is going to play out, or do you feel like that you still have a shot at the 1-2 seed here?
Yeah, I think absolutely we do. We're going to play until Tuesday when we can't play anymore, because that's when voting's due. And obviously tonight will probably be a big part in some voters' eyes, and obviously Friday night as well. But, I think we get to, as voters, which I don't like the whole voting thing as coaches, but that's a whole nother story. But I think as voters we probably get too caught up in how we're playing lately, and I think we need to be more concerned with the whole body of work when we vote on that sectional seating. But tonight will go a long way, Friday will go a long way, but we're only worried about 4:30 today here at Washington.
All right, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks, Trip.
Those are our coaches' interviews brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. If you're looking for some fun nightlife and great food at affordable prices, then dine in at Laddie's or carry out by calling them at 304-263-5233. Okay, we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll take a look around the EPAC and continue to break down this matchup. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your four-state roofing solution, reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com.
NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
We welcome you back to Washington High School here on the Cody's Body Shop countdown to first pitch. We'll now get into the EPAC baseball roundup brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Over 120 years combined experience as accident, injury, and disability lawyers. Go to burkeandschultz.com or call them at 304-263-0900. We play hardball. Spencer, I believe we have 2 games going on tonight.
Yes, Hedgesville hosting East Hardy. That is at 6 p.m. And then tonight at 7, I believe Spring Mills is hosting James Wood out of Virginia.
All right, so should be some good non-conference games for those teams involved. And we'll get into now the starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs. Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Trip, let's get into the starting lineup. Start with the visitors, the Martinsburg Bulldogs.
So visiting Bulldogs starting once again tonight on shortstop, number 3, Hudson Clement leading off. Playing left field, number 4, Landon Sifford in the 2 spot. Batting third, your first baseman, number 14, Isaiah Morris. Batting fourth in the cleanup position and doing the pitching tonight, number 5, Carson Boober. In center field in the 5 hole is number 7, Jordan Canby. In the 6th spot, number 10, playing third base, Michael Lupus. 7th spot is your catcher tonight, Matthew Osanovich, number 8. Going to DHing tonight, number 18, Jacob Ziddle in the 8th hole. He's DHing for number 24, Braden Oviedo, who'll be playing second base. And then rounding out your lineup, playing right field, number 32, Joe Paulson. And for Washington, a little shake-up in the lineup here is leading off tonight for the first time this year, I believe, is number 3 doing the pitching, Brandon Dunbar. Batting second tonight, your left fielder, Cameron Moore. Batting third, number 2, Braden Stottlemyre, and the shortstop. You're batting fourth, number 14, Colin Reed. 5th is Kobe Smith. 6th to be Zach Wick. 7th, Michael Poltar. 8th, Josh McCarthy. And 9th is Ty Broughton, and Brad Smedick is playing second base.
Thank you, Tripp. We will take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have first pitch. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Play ball! The pregame is over, and we're ready for today's opening pitch and the play-by-play. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, The Heffley Motor Company, The Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you back to Washington High School as we get you set for Washington and Martinsburg. Well, just about ready to get set here as we approach the first pitch. Brought to you by the Mortgage Center on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. One call will save you thousands. Call 304-267-9040. Hudson Clement will lead things off for the Bulldogs on a breezy day here in Charlestown, West Virginia. 58 degrees, partly cloudy. No rain, though, in sight, so this game will finally get played. That is your weather, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by at 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. And the first pitch is a ball low below the knees to Hudson Clement.
4:33 p.m.
4:33 p.m. I think last night was the quickest game we caught so far this year.
Whoa, don't bring that up.
This was an hour and 35, 38 minutes. It rolled.
Next pitch, as Clement now has seen the third pitch and has I think a 3-0 count, I believe.
You know what they say, don't talk about Fight Club. He does have a 3-0 count.
So Clement on the year, batting .439 on the season, 14 RBIs. And Dunbar on the mound today for Washington, the starting pitcher. Really pitched well at the Mingo Bay Classic and earning a big conference start tonight against the Martinsburg Bulldogs, and starts the game, though, with a 4-pitch walk. So not how you want to start things with the speed of Clement on the base pass. 2 steals away from breaking the tying the school record.
3 from breaking.
And
just
then 3
confirmed that with Coach Cooper.
From breaking it. So that'll be Landon Sifford to the plate now with 1 on.
The senior Ty Broughton going out to speak with his junior counterpart there, settling him down, letting him know the speed of Clement out there, wanting him to hold him on there. Certainly the defense is going to come up here. Zach Wick at third is going to move up on the grass. Probably the expectation of a low-scoring game, so you can score first here.
First pitch is high and inside for a ball. Landon Sifford batting .289 this season, 18 RBIs. Hudson Clement down there at first base.
I'm not sure you give up the out on the bunt till at least Dunbar throws a strike.
And Sifford takes another ball for now the 6th straight pitch. Called a ball, a 2-0 count on Landon Sifford.
Yeah, I doubt I'm sure Sifford's on the take.
Clement takes off toward first. A good throw from Broughton, but unable to handle it down there with Stottlemyre as it took kind of a weird bounce and then ended up in the glove of Smetter. And runner on second base, Hudson Clement gets another stolen base.
I believe steal number 35.
Looked like Hudson went in pretty hard. The throw was hit the dirt there and jumped up, and it kind of left Braden Stottlemyre wide open. Looked like he might have took one there in the groin area, maybe an elbow or something.
That pitch misses high. So tough start for Dunbar.
That's a 7 straight.
Yep, 3-0 count. And Clement on second base. Dunbar looks back at the runner, delivers the 3-0, and it's the first strike as it's going to be actually hit into Center field, it's going to drop in. Stoudemire couldn't read it. Clement will get to third easily. And the Dogs have runners on the corners to begin this first inning.
This is how you begin a ball game. A few days off, last game last Friday where you took a shutout loss, and this could be early offense could be good for the Dogs here. Just actually no outs now, as that was a not an out. So pretty good situation here.
Yeah, the ball just windy. You can probably hear it in the mic, and it just kind of played havoc out there. As it looked like it was going to be on the shortstop side of second. It drifted over in behind Bradley Smedick at second and into no man's land. So you got Martinsburg in a good position here offensively, first and third, and Dunbar struggling a bit. So got speed on first base. The expectation of Sifford maybe taking that base.
The 1-0 to Morris is high for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes as the wind gusts a bunch of dirt across the infield.
And Ty Broughton, one of the best catchers in the EPAC, and certainly has the arm to throw a runner out. So you see Martinsburg be a little more cautious. Now that he's thrown a strike, you may see some hit and run or a steal or something at this point. But I think Martinsburg's going to take till they get a strike.
2-1 is popped up into shallow left. Moore chasing it. Stoudemire can't find it again as the shortstop trying to make the play. The throw from Moore is not in time, and Hudson Clement is in there on an RBI single. I believe that will be ruled just because nobody's glove contacted it.
Yeah, the bloop single there, and maybe a little bit more awareness there. You throw it to second base because Sifford had to hang back because he actually came back. He was probably about halfway to second base, had to come back because he thought he was going to get caught. And then he had to run back, and I think there was more of a chance to get him out at second than there was to get Clement out at home.
So the Dogs are on the board first here in the top of the first inning, 1-0 and 2 on. Hard hit ground ball toward third. Good play by Wick to recover and tag the runner or tag the bag down there at third base. And Boober will reach on the fielder's choice. Runners on first and second now for the Dogs again with 1 out, though, this time for Jordan Canby.
Got a courtesy runner coming up for Boober, for the pitcher Carson Boober.
This runner is courtesy of Jason Barrett for State Senate, a conservative fighter for Jefferson and Berkeley counties. It's Eric Grove down there, Isaac Grove. I do that every time.
Apologies.
I want a called strike on Jordan Canby.
Kind of tells you how baseball is. Boober hits a hard ground ball. He gets out, and the other two get, bloop base hits. That's just kind of how the game is.
That one hit hard on the ground. That will get through for a base hit. Morris is paused at third base. The bases are loaded for the Dogs. But still just 1 out, and now Michael Lupus coming to the plate. That one really the first well-hit single.
Yeah, the walk and the 2 bloop singles certainly has not gone Dunbar's way. There could be 2 outs generally on a calm day, but they have bases loaded, and they're going to play the corners up, way up.
Dunbar's first pitch to Lupus is high and inside.
You see
for ball 1.
Reed walking it up, maybe looking for a squeeze. Going to force Martinsburg to swing the bat here, it looks like.
Bases loaded, and that one chopped foul by Michael Lupus. Lupus hitting .288 this season, 11 RBIs, had the 3-run home run down at Myrtle Beach that really got Martinsburg going down there and made them believe in themselves, and they played pretty well. And the pitch there, a chopper foul down the third baseline.
And I don't think there's many times that you're going to walk Hudson Clement and he's not going to come around to score or at least find himself 90 feet away in this lineup. So, it's one of those situations where he's a perfect leadoff hitter, and when he can find himself on, he can generally find a way to come around and give the Bulldogs a lead early in the game.
1-0 Martinsburg. This one popped up
more trouble
in the infield. Dunbar calling it off and makes the catch for out number 2.
If you're Martinsburg here, you really wanted to get better contact and put a few runs on the board. One is good early, but hopefully some 2-out base hits right here.
Matt Asanovich will come to the plate. Asanovich 20 RBIs this year, .218 hitter. But as the base is loaded for Martinsburg, 2 outs in the inning.
Asanovich get a new bat down Myrtle Beach, got a bright orange one. Or is he using Morris's bat?
it's possible as that one misses inside for a ball. 1-0 count.
If this game would have been played at a regular 7 o'clock start as the rest of the EPAC, it's going to be a quite chilly game tonight for those 7 o'clock games.
That one low for ball 2. Yeah, it is going to be definitely cold tonight as it's already kind of cold right now. So
cold in the morning, too. I believe saw a frost advisory.
Maybe as that one misses outside for ball 3. Maybe it's the Myrtle Beach weather that I got used to down there, but definitely feels a little bit colder than 58 to me. So that one's high for ball 4, and walk in a run. Morris will score from third. So it's 2-0 Martinsburg, and not the start you wanted from Dunbar. Just seems to be missing with his location completely. And anything you're noticing out there, Tripp, that maybe he's doing that's throwing his pitches off?
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell. He's a smaller of stature. You know, he doesn't have that big long reach. So, but it does appear that he's struggling a little bit with his fastball there, finding the strike zone. Since he's gotten into the stretch a little bit, you know, it looks like he's just kind of rushing to the plate a bit. But you know, those pitches aren't. You know, he's not missing by a lot. You know, it's not like there's a huge mechanical problem there, release point issue. But he's just not. You know, he's kind of nibbling the plate, he's not quite getting the calls there on the edges, but you know, certainly not getting it, you know, there. And Broughton's a great catcher. I mean, as we sit back here and watch, Broughton receives the ball well, and then he makes those pitches, you know, look probably a little better than they are.
Yeah,
the way
he likes to frame
them
really well.
Right. See how he takes the catch, and he just kind of moves with the pitch, and you know, he takes it out and then pulls it back in. He's a very good receiver, senior. Good arm back there, probably one of the best in the EPAC, if not the best.
The 1-1 is taken by Jake Ziddle for ball 2. A 2-1 count on Ziddle. While Ziddle's average hasn't been the best this season, he does have 10 RBIs for Martinsburg, so with the low average, that's pretty good with runners in scoring position. Is that one called a strike?
Nah, that was a good frame job there by Broughton. Just a little low.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Bases are loaded for the Dogs. The pitch is high and outside for ball 2. So Martinsburg leading 2-0. Top of the first inning. The sun comes out.
Everybody's going to be moving, so anything that gets in a gap or a base hit could possibly score 3 here. You know, Camby's going to score on a base hit because he's going to be moving. Everybody's moving.
The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Jake Ziddle. Dunbar gets out of the inning. Martinsburg, though, does score 2. And also leaves the bases loaded. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 Martinsburg. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
We welcome you back to Washington High School. Patriots coming to the plate, down 2-0 to the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Tripp Tobin and Spencer Dupuis. On camera is Avery Newport. Back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin and Dylan Bishop. As Washington coming to the plate, kind of a tough first inning for them defensively. A few bloop singles drop. And Martinsburg finds a way to get 2 runs. It will be Dunbar, Moore, Stoudemire due up to lead off this inning. And it's interesting to see Brandon Dunbar in the leadoff spot. Like you said, I believe this is his first time leading off. And the numbers don't necessarily show you leadoff numbers, but Coach DeCerno going with him in the 1 spot, batting .250 with 2 RBIs this season. And Dunbar will take the first pitch for a called strike. Carson Boober on the mound for Martinsburg.
Carson, again, little arm side run with that fastball. Makes him very successful.
The 0-1 is a little bit outside for ball one. 1-1 count on Dunbar.
When we talk about Boober, only a sophomore here, I mean, you think going forward a few years from now, it'll be a senior year.
That pitch, a called strike 2.
Yeah, early in the year when I watched him play, you go back and listen to some of the tape, but I said he's going to be a name that you're going to hear for a couple of years here. He's going to have a lot of success here at Martinsburg in the baseball field.
There's a swing and a miss on a curveball for strike 3, or an off-speed pitch potentially as well, as Dunbar goes down swinging.
Very, very tough spot for Dunbar to come off of a little bit of a hard luck inning last inning and to come in and lead off there. So, he's going to have to regroup, get in that dugout, understand his role tonight here is to pitch and let that go and let his other guys try to score some runs for him.
The lefty Cameron Moore comes to the plate, and Moore sends a foul and out of play down the first base line. Actually did stay in play over toward the bullpen.
Van just made a leap over the fence, or I don't know what exactly you want to call it. You saw that, though.
Belly flop.
Yeah, he grabbed the ball.
So the 0-1 to Moore hit hard into right field. Paulson gets under it for out number 2.
The good contact there. Moore just cut it off the end of the bat there a little bit, but had good contact, was on it. It was more of a he kept it in the air, in the air, but more of a line drive, not an opportunity for the wind to play havoc with it like those bloop singles that Martinsburg got.
Braden Stoudemire will come to the plate, hitting .357 this year. Carson Boober's first pitch to him is high and inside for ball 1.
I mean, look at this lineup's been, kind of kicked around a little bit, but when you score 15 runs in the last 7 games, 5 of them coming in one game, then you certainly have to do something as a head coach to shake it up a little bit and try to find some run production in this lineup.
And move Stoudemire down. I think he's usually in the leadoff spot. He's in the 3-hole today. And he takes that one for a called strike.
It was a big curveball. You got a lot of movement off that curveball.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. And the pitch from Boober. Called strike 3. Got Stoudemire looking, and we'll head to the second inning. 2-0 Martinsburg. 1-2-3 goes Washington. Bulldogs coming back to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60.
Welcome back to our therapy session on delusions. Bill, put down the sword, okay? You are not a Viking warrior.
You will never see Valhalla.
Okay. Anyway, we know lots of people have delusions, like Congressman David McKinley.
The politician?
Yes, David McKinley, the politician. See this photo with McKinley and President Trump? It's not real. McKinley took a photo of Trump and put himself in it. See, Trump has endorsed conservative Alex Mooney for Congress, not McKinley.
Wait, McKinley faked a photo with Trump to trick voters? That's not a delusion. That's a lie.
No judgments here, Bill.
It's William the Red. And even I know if McKinley would fake a photo with Trump, you'd be crazy to trust him about anything. David McKinley, typical dishonest politician. Paid for by Club for Growth Action. ClubForGrowthAction.org and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
We welcome you back to Washington High School. Martinsburg leading Washington 2-0 as we begin the second inning. It'll be Joe Paulson, and then the top of the order, Clement and Landon Sifford due up for the Bulldogs after finding a way to score 2 runs. Hudson Clement with the leadoff walk. Sifford gets a bloop single. Morris gets a bloop single RBI. Get the Dogs on the board first, and that one taken outside by Paulson.
That's where Brandon's missed most of his pitches, kind of, out in the left-hand side of the batter's box and maybe up a little.
There's a big swing and a miss from Joe Paulson to make the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. The other run coming after a fielder's choice reach from Boober, Canby single, and eventually that's how they would get the other run.
I think Brandon settled down here a little bit. Just curveball working, fastball spotted, so see what he does here with the 1-2 pitch, what he goes with.
And the 1-2 is fouled away. Asanovich would get the walk-in run, leading to a 2-0 lead here for Martinsburg.
You don't want to face Martinsburg top of the order every inning, so Dunbar's looking to try to get out of this one a little quicker.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. The throw down on the drop third is in time for out number 1. So Paulson is retired on the strikeout, swinging. And that'll bring Hudson Clement back to the plate.
Seen Paulson going down the line, struck out. He knew the ball had been dropped, so he kind of did. He kind of ran in a little bit of a diagonal, or kind of did a little zigzag going down through there, trying to possibly trick Broughton into throwing the ball away there. He didn't know which side of the line he wanted to be on.
Next one is a called strike to Hudson Clement. We mentioned Ty Broughton's defense. He nearly threw out Clement, just kind of took a weird bounce on his throw, didn't quite get enough under it to get him, but he beat him in terms of timing with the throw.
Yeah, I mean, I would certainly put Broughton up there with any catcher in the EPAC when it comes to baseball IQ, size, batting average, and arm strength, pop time. He is certainly one of the best, if not the top 2 catchers in the EPAC.
The 2-1 pitch to Clement, a breaking ball, hits the inside zone. Clement thought he had a ball, but now we'll work on a 2-2 count.
It's the second time he's thrown that pitch where he really takes a lot off of it and kind of spins it, and then he has a little.
Gets him looking for strike 3. Down goes Hudson Clement. It's back-to-back strikeouts for Brandon Dunbar to begin this second inning, so much better start for Dunbar.
Yeah, what a rebound for the young man. He was disgusted with himself in the first inning, couldn't find the strike zone. Wasn't getting a couple of calls when he was nibbling the plate. Comes in, strikes out, and he recharges here. He starts off Sifford with a curveball for a strike.
Yeah, foul tip there.
Yeah, he gets Sifford.
I didn't know if you saw that, Nick.
I saw it.
He fooled Sifford pretty bad, yeah. Typically, unless it's a hanging curveball, you don't really, commit on an 0-0 curveball, so he was trying to pull back.
That one fouled away again by Sifford.
And if you're Martinsburg coach Aaron Ballard, you want to keep putting the pressure on. You don't want this to be a 1-2-3 inning, and so he's expecting his number 2 batter here, Sifford, to have a long at bat. Should he get out, that's one thing, but you don't want to get out in 1 or 2 pitches after a quick, 2 outs by Dunbar.
The 0-2 is high for ball 1. Landon Sifford singled his last time up.
You want to force, that third out to be a tough out every time, and there you go.
This one hit hard into left field, and Moore is under it as he had to make the play on the run for out number 3, but 1-2-3 goes Martinsburg. We're headed to the bottom of the second inning, 2-0 Bulldogs. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back to Washington High School, 2-0 Martinsburg, as we begin the bottom of the second inning. 1-2-3 went Washington its first time up. So it'll be Colin Reed, Kobe Smith, and Zach Wick due up for the Patriots. Reed hitting .396. That leads the team. 11 RBIs, which is second.
I wonder if that's Colin's walk-up song. PYT, pretty young thing. Kind of an odd one for a baseball player, isn't it?
Yeah, but he hits this one hard down the third base line, and one pitch and a single for Colin Reed.
He almost wanted to go down to second, but ball got
well, he will get to second as the ball being thrown in gets away from Oviedo at second base. Good job by Paulson, though, to back it up.
So on that play prior to that pitch, Martinsburg coach yelled no doubles. which brings should bring Lupus to the line and not up for the bunt, and it keeps the outfield kind of hugging the lines. But even though he did yell that out, he still pushed that ball down the line. And then Paulson, though, did back it up, but he backed it up after the fact. He needs to be up there on that grass to keep Reed from moving up. Reed, a great baseball IQ player, he read that all the way, seen there was no backup, and took off.
Big swing and a miss for Kobe Smith on the first pitch he sees from Carson Boober. So Colin Reed on second base, 2-0 Martinsburg, and Smith at the plate. Bottom of the second inning. The pitch to Smith is slapped down the third base line, but foul into the bullpen.
A great time if you're a lefty with a man on second base, if you could, to drag bunt down that third base line, because Lupus is kind of committed to staying home. And here, and you have a good jump out of the box, but I'm not sure if that's in Kobe's repertoire or not.
The 0-2 to Smith is hit hard in the left center field, and running over making the catch is Canby, excuse me.
See Canby making that play. In the last inning, we've seen Cam Moore making a play. We've seen the bloop balls, but nobody doesn't seem like they're really camped under it, 100% confident as the ball appears to be bouncing around up there when it gets in the air. You're sort of giving some people a little bit of trouble in those reads.
So Zach Wick to the plate. And he'll take that one high for ball one. Wick hitting .205 this season, the third baseman for Washington. Down 2-0, but Colin Reed standing on second base with one away, and the pitch is outside for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes on Wick. Boober steps back on the mound, looks into his catcher, Asanovich, and will deliver the 2-0, and Wick takes that one for a called strike.
Like he was taken all the way there. He didn't really get into a launch position there, so it looked like he was kind of just taking, see if he could get Boober to get to a 3-0 count.
The 2-1 is a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch for strike 2. So Carson Boober has worked it back even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 1 out in the second inning, Colin Reed standing at second. Reed will take off toward third. No, hesitate and then run back to the bag as Wick fouls it away.
A little bit of a fake steal, maybe trying to get Boober's attention and or maybe force Lupus or Hudson Clement out of position there a little bit. But it's a little bit of a deke play, trying to deke the defense there a bit.
So Wick is still battling, and he'll pop this one up.
See if Martinsburg can handle one of these crazy pops.
Right behind the bag, and Hudson Clement does handle it at the last second there, having a run behind second base as he kind of thought it was going to be a little bit to the right of second, but it dipped away there at the last second for out number 2.
Yeah, just as it was losing altitude there, he had to really retreat and get after it, so that just goes to show you that the trouble that they're having with those fly balls.
So Clement makes the play, and there are 2 away, and Poltar coming to the plate, designated hitter. Check the runner of Colin Reed at second, and now Boober delivers his first pitch, and it's in there for strike 1. Poltar, a .250 hitter. He's only had 4 at-bats, though 1 for 4. He got hurt, I guess, before the season and was able to play down at the Myrtle Beach tournament. Be a part of this team now, and takes that one outside and low for ball 1.
Poltar, sophomore, hitting for Bradley Smetic. Smetic just coming off of an injury. And generally that second base spot's held down by Brandon Kerr, who's not in town right now. He's away with family, so they are a little, I don't want to use the word shorthanded, but they have short one of their everyday players in that sense. So they have inserted Smetic into that second base spot, and just hadn't had a whole lot of swings. So we have Smetic being hit for by Poltar, who both are coming off injury.
0-2 count. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Down goes Poltar to end the inning. And we'll head to the third. 2-0 Martinsburg. Washington strands Colin Reed at second base after the leadoff single. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back to Washington High School in Charlestown, West Virginia. The Patriots trail the Martinsburg Bulldogs 2-0. Nick Verzley, Trip Tobin, happy to have you with us. Spencer Dupuis also on the broadcast, and Avery Newport on camera. Back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin and Dylan Bishop. Isaiah Morris will lead things off for the Bulldogs. It will be the 3-4-5 hitters due up for the Dogs, and Morris will take the first pitch outside for ball 1. Dunbar, after the first inning struggles, was able to quickly retire the Dogs in the last half inning. 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
Dunbar getting 3 pitches working out: curveball, sort of a slider, and then a off-speed kind of curveball. It looks like there, where he takes a little bit off. I think you seen last inning. You could see Boober start to work that changeup in, and he does disguise it well. He has a great changeup where he disguises it as his fastball.
That one lined into right field. Will get down for a base hit. McCarthy gets to it to hold Morris at first base, but the Dogs have a leadoff single to begin the 3rd inning from Isaiah Morris. He's got 2 hits tonight.
Yeah, he got that excuse me hit there when the ball got up in the air, and he's got that solid base hit there. So, 2 for 2 tonight. One with the baseball gods on his side, and the other certainly well-deserved with that shot.
Getting that average up a little bit. It's dropped down to 275. Boober hits one hard on the ground towards short. Good effort by Stoudemire. He'll keep it in the shallow outfield as he tried to slide in and make a heck of a play, but it's back-to-back singles for Martinsburg. 2 on, no outs to lead off this inning, and Jordan Camby coming to the plate.
Single, yep. Give him a single on Game Changer. Thought maybe Stoudemire would have a play there with his athleticism, but he must be playing up the middle a little bit for double play depth and Gardner Steele, so pushed him over into the hole.
That one foul tipped into the glove. The first pitch to Jordan Camby.
Wouldn't be surprised if Jordan squares the bunt here, all that speed, but Colin Reed takes that bunt away without fear.
That one fouled away again by Camby. So an 0-2 count on Jordan Camby, who singled on a hard-hit ground ball in between the 5-6 hole. 2-0 Martinsburg, 2 on.
So Reed will retreat now in his defensive position with the 2 strikes. And see what Dunbar comes up here with 2 strikes.
The 0-2 is high and inside for ball 1. Probably not the pitch that Dunbar wanted there on the 0-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. Morris on second base. Grove now running down there, and it looks like Camby's got another hit into left field. Morris will run around third base. The throw will not be in time, and Martinsburg extends the lead to 3-0 on the Jordan Camby RBI single.
It was a curveball. He stayed with it. Didn't have a lot of break to it. Jordan stayed with it. It did kind of hang over the plate a little bit, and he was able to make contact there, get a solid single into left center. Easily for Morris to come around. Wasn't the other runners weren't able to move up, just one base there at that point. So Boober, I guess Groves is running for Boober, right?
Yes.
So you got Grove out there. He couldn't move up because the throw was on that side of the field in front of him. Great piece of hitting there with 2 strikes with Camby.
That's 2 singles for him today as well, as he's really been swinging a good bat as of late. Hit a home run at Myrtle Beach against Bishop O'Connell. Just continues to hit well, and at one point they moved him up the lineup, and he kind of dropped down his average, but in this 5, 6, 7 spots, he's been really solid for Martinsburg as Lupus is battling here on a 3-0.
Matei. Looks like Devin Matei's ran down to the to get warmed up there in the bullpen, but
56 pitches now for Dunbar here through.
Not sure if Matei's just guarding him or if he's warming up, because here comes Poltar, but I'm not sure Matei, but regardless, someone's down there.
Lupus taking all the way on 3-1 or on 3-0 and 3-1, so a 3-2 count on Michael Lupus with runners on first and second, and that one hit him. So Lupus will reach base safely. The Dogs have the bases loaded again, still no outs. And Matt Asanovich coming to the plate. Martinsburg leading 3-0. You're in the top of the third inning. Coach Byler going to come deliver the baseball to the umpire. Wasn't sure if he wanted to talk to Asanovich or not, but
got Broughton out.
So did Asanovich and Morris switch bats then?
Maybe.
Because I thought Morris had the orange bat.
Morris had an orange bat, for sure.
But now he's got a darker bat.
It's possible they made a swap, and so far it's worked for Isaiah Morris today. 2 hits without the orange bat. See if Asanovich can do damage with it as he sends a hard hit ground ball toward third. The throw of the plate tags out Grove at home, and it will remain just a 3-0 ball game. A good play by Wick and good positioning by Ty Broughton to make that tag at home plate. So Martinsburg still has the bases loaded, but on the fielder's choice, there's now 1 away in the inning, and they don't get the run. Jake Ziddle coming to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, and that was an odd positioning on that slide because Broughton kind of had his feet on the bag, and
it was a forced play.
Grove was trying to figure out how to slide.
Yeah, it was a forced play there, so we got a courtesy running Wilt, looked like maybe at number 6.
Logan Wilt for Matthew Asanovich, the catcher. This runner is courtesy of Jason Barrett for State Senate, a conservative fighter for Jefferson and Berkeley counties.
Yeah, so it was a forced play, so Broughton's, standing on the bags like a first baseman would be, but the throw did come up the line a little bit.
Ziddle tries to bunt, and Camby gets caught in the base pass for out number 2.
Being very aggressive here, and it came back to hurt him.
Yeah, Coach Byler trying to surprise or catch the Patriots by surprise here, get that 4th runner on the board. Try to get Ziddle kind of going a little bit where he can contribute to his team, and Ziddle just didn't get the bunt down, so struggles continue there for Ziddle, and it upset the coach down there as well. But
Ziddle, though, will line this one into right. That will get down for a base hit. Sprinting around third base is Grove. He'll score. Lupus, and Martinsburg extends the lead now 4-0, and Jake Ziddle gets the RBI single.
And Jake Ziddle is obviously, we've talked about his struggles at the plate, but it's good to see him get an RBI single, and it appears whenever he gets a hit, it seems like he's getting RBIs.
That is his 11th RBI on the year for Ziddle, who's batting just above 110 on the year, 111 heading in.
That'll take the sting out of the squeeze, when he gets over there to see Coach Byler or in between innings.
Paulson pops this one up into right. Sprinting over is McCarthy at the line, and he's unable to make the catch in foul territory. So runners will go back to their positions on the base pass. It's Ziddle down there at first base. Logan Wilt, with his speed, was able to advance to third. Runners on the corners for Martinsburg. Joe Paulson at the plate. Paulson struck out swinging his last time up and now has a 0-1 count.
And Tripp was alluding to something earlier off the air that Joe Paulson could potentially get back on the bump at some point this season in the playoffs.
Dunbar's pitch to Paulson is hit into left field, and it's just foul down the line. That would have been a big shot. Would have scored Will easily, potentially at least advance Ziddle to third. Yeah. Moving over quickly was the Cameron Moore, so probably would have just scored 1.
Yeah, Dunbar 63 pitches. Martinsburg starting to get some, a little better contact here, a little harder contact, driving the baseball into the gaps, down the lines, and He's at 63 pitches, so we see Matei down there in the...
The 0-2 is a called strike 3 at the knees. Down goes Paulson, but Martinsburg scores a couple. 4-0. Bulldogs on top will head to the bottom of the third inning. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back to Washington High School. Josh McCarthy will lead things off for the Patriots. It's 4-0 Martinsburg. Carson Boober pitching with a lead. And McCarthy coming to the plate. The 8-9-1 hitters due up as Washington still hasn't gotten through the lineup on Boober. That one misses low and outside for ball one. McCarthy hitting just 148 so far this season, and he'll foul that one off to find himself even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 4-0 Bulldogs, bottom third inning.
Just when I said earlier that it looked like Brendan Kerr's out of town, I do believe I see him in the dugout. I don't know if he just got back or what have you.
Breaking ball is popped into left field, and it will fall for a base hit. Landon Sifford charging in, but couldn't get there in time. So leadoff single for Josh McCarthy. Now will bring Ty Broaden to the plate.
Just what the doctor ordered there for Washington to get that leadoff runner on, try to chip away at this lead. Plenty of time, plenty of at bats, to get things going. Lots of pop in that lineup they have, trying to get it turned over here. Got Devin Matei warmed up now. He's come back up out of the bullpen, so should Dunbar struggle here next inning or so, they have a pitcher ready, so they just have to dig in, to make a few defensive stops, and score a couple runs.
Throw over, not in time. Ty Broaden hitting in the 9-hole. A little bit different spot than what he's used to. We've seen him toward the top at times this year. We've seen him in the middle a little bit, and now literally at the bottom. But a good hitter for the most part, 263 batting average, 8 RBIs. He's kind of been a streaky hitter throughout the season.
You got Boober over there. I mean, the four-run lead. The steal here is going to have to be, Josh is going to have to be sure he can get in there. Josh McCarthy, that is. So, you're probably more in a catch-up mode as opposed to being in an aggressive mode.
This one popped up on the bunt attempt from Broaden, but it will be out of the range. And Matt Asanovich, the catcher for Martinsburg.
And just as I said that, I was going to continue to say could be that he's trying to get Broughton to show his hand in the bunt, and just as he delivered the pitch, Ty turns around. So sometimes you throw over not to keep the runner generally, but to kind of get the hitter to show his hand and maybe to see him square. And so he squared there and popped up the bunt.
0-1, another throw over from Carson Boober.
And it really appears that
Broughton is a good bunter. He bunted well in the summer last year.
It appears McCarthy is really in Boober's head so far. A few throwovers now.
That, or like I said, trying to get Broughton to show.
The 0-1, another bunt from Broaden. It's popped up again. Boober gets to it. Will hold it to not throw over as McCarthy gets back in time, and 1 away now in the inning. And back to the top of the order, and Brandon Dunbar. Dunbar struck out swinging to lead things off back in the first inning.
Smetic isn't going to be happy with, Broughton isn't going to be happy with that at bat. Very unproductive. You at least want to be productive at bat. When they must be struggling a bit as they changing his lineup around and bunting it up in the air is probably the worst thing that could have happened there.
Boober throws over, not in time. Keeping McCarthy close down there at first base. Now 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third inning, 4-0 Martinsburg on top of Washington in a important EPAC matchup. That one popped fouling out of play.
I was going to hit Spencer in the head there. Got close to you.
I'm surprised you didn't fool Spencer there. I would have probably reacted. So maybe you try me next time.
Okay. You might spill my coffee.
Can't do that. I think Mike won't let you on the broadcast anymore.
Depends on, I guess, where it spills. But that one, as McCarthy takes off, a good throw from Asanovich, and they tag him out at second base.
What a great throw there. Great catch there to be able to tag him out.
It almost looked like a pitch out, like maybe Martinsburg knows, or maybe this knows the sign. Maybe they've picked up something, or when they was holding the runner, so maybe they've seen something, or they're able to figure out, when Washington's running, because he threw the ball up and out and gave Hasanovich a perfect pitch to throw on.
That one taken by Dunbar for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out now. After the leadoff single from McCarthy might lead to nothing for Washington, which is frustrating if you're the Patriots, and it will lead to nothing as Carson Boober rears back and strikes out Dunbar looking. We'll head to the 4th inning. Martinsburg 4, Washington nothing. Bulldogs coming back to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Hi, I'm Sally Hardy. I am asking you to re-elect John Hardy to the West Virginia House. John is my husband of 24 years and an amazing dad to our daughters. I am proud of this hardworking man who runs a successful business, gives back to the community, and is our valuable delegate. John Hardy is a man of values with a heart of service, and he cares about moving West Virginia forward. Re-elect my husband, John Hardy. Visit Delegate John Hardy on Facebook.
Paid for by candidate.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
We welcome you back to Washington High School. Martinsburg leading 4-0 as we head to the 4th inning. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us. Back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin and Dylan Bishop. On camera tonight is Avery Newport. You'll hear from Avery tomorrow.
Making his big debut.
Yeah, big opportunity for Avery in the Martinsburg-Hampshire game at P.O. Faulkner Park. But leading off this inning for the Dogs is Clement.
I believe tomorrow's senior night for Martinsburg, isn't it?
Is it not Monday?
Is it Monday? Sorry about that. I'm not sure. I know
That's
Hall
their
of
last
Fame night's
home game.
Friday, right?
Hall of Fame game's Friday. We'll be covering the whole ceremony. Special pregame time of 6:10 p.m. Hall of Fame ceremony 6:30 uninterrupted on TV 10.
It could be either or as Clement pops this one up into right field, and it will get down. A blooper for Clement falls, and it's a leadoff single. Last time he led off the inning and got on base, he came around to score after the leadoff walk to begin the game. So Clement now a single, a walk, and a strikeout looking. And Landon Sifford will come to the plate.
Yeah, 4-0 lead here. Look for Martinsburg to make some things happen. Force Washington's defense to make some plays here. Look for Clement to take off.
Throw down from Broaden after the high pitch misses. Clement back at first, though. So Landon Sifford has single and flown out in this ball game.
The last time that Hudson took off, he, we had a pretty good throw from Broughton. Like you said, just kind of took a bad hop there at the end. It didn't take the skip hop for the little skip hop for Stoudemire. Jumped up over his head.
2-0 count.
He appears to be happy to kind of get his lead here with this 4-0 lead.
Clement stays put, and that one will miss inside. 3 balls, No strikes. So I would doubt Clement would run here on a 3-0 count.
No, I think when you look down at Coach Byler down there, she's telling his team to be patient. You know, there's a lot of balls in there. Get yourself in a good hitter's count. Let's not run ourselves out of an inning. Let's not hit bad pitches. Let's make him come to us. You know, you get a 3-1 pitch here, or a 3-0 pitch. Now you get a 3-1. Dunbar almost has to come back with that same pitch.
Yeah, it does.
So now you might see, some activity now. You might see Hudson take off. Looks like he's a little more aggressive with his lead.
The 3-1 is popped up toward first. Colin Reed is there for out number 1 in foul territory. So Sifford pops out, and we'll head to Isaiah Morris. 2 for 2 today. 2 singles. And an RBI with the new bat.
Yeah, you're right. There's not the yellow bat. He's got the Clemson colors, don't he, there?
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a dark blue and orange. I'm not sure what's
black and orange.
Is it black and orange? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's black and orange.
Like
so maybe he painted part of it black.
Oh, probably not.
Isaiah Morris will foul that one off down the right field line.
Whatever it is, he's getting some good contact with it. So
because I don't recognize that bat from. Who were we saying switched with him? Was it Lupus maybe?
Sonovich.
Sonovich
is swinging the orange one now. So
I don't recognize that one. So that must be relatively new.
Maybe he got a new bat. Gave his old one to Sonovich.
0-1 count, and Morris hits that one hard, and it's his 3rd hit with the new bat. Rounding second is Hudson Clement, and runners on the corners for the Bulldogs. Isaiah Morris 3 for 3, all singles, an RBI single in the first, a single in the third, and a single in the fourth. And Martinsburg has runners on the corners with just 1 out.
You have to ask him about that.
Here comes Coach DeSarno to the mound, but perfectly executed hit and run when he took off Schmedick from second base. When Hudson took off Schmedick from second base, had to run to cover the steal, and that left the hole wide open, and that forced that allowed them or Morris to push the ball through the infield there by second.
All right, looks like we'll have a new pitcher as Dunbar's day is done with a 4-0 deficit for Washington. Here in the top of the 4th inning, we will take a 60-second break, and when we return, we'll have that new pitcher. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I'm Jason Barrett. I'm running for state senate because I believe it's time to build an even better West Virginia. That starts with a less burdensome tax policy, reliable internet service, a strong education system, and a robust tourism industry. I believe this building starts right here in Jefferson and Berkeley counties.
I ask for your support and your vote in the May 10th Republican primary.
Paid for by friends of Jason Barrett.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Welcome back to Bruce C. Davidson Field. We've got a pitching change. Brandon Dunbar's day is over after 3 1/3, 9 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 75 pitches, 43 of those for strikes. Coming in now is Devin Matei, the righty. And pitching changes brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? I ride with them, so you should too. Now back to Nick with the play-by-play.
Thank you, Spencer. 4-0, Martinsburg leading. Runners on the corners for the Bulldogs. Morris standing at first, Clement down there at third, and Carson Boober at the plate. Today's starting pitcher for the Dogs. He had a single in the third and reached on a fielder's choice in the first. Has a chance to pick himself up some more runs to add to his lead. And Boober will send this one as the papers go flying into left field and making the play out there in center, but that will score Clement on the sacrifice fly as Smith gets to it. And it's now 5-0 Martinsburg here in the 4th inning.
That ball was hit pretty well, and then the wind picked up just as he hit the ball. The papers went flying off the desk. I thought maybe it could possibly push that ball out, but all the way out there to the warning track when Kobe Smith tracked it down, but certainly no chance for the play at the plate. So now you've got 2 outs with the man on first as Boober did his job there to get that RBI.
So Carson Boober picks up another run for himself as well on the mound. And Morris stays at first base. This one flied toward the third base line, but out of play. Jordan Canby at the plate, having a good day so far. He has 2 singles and an RBI.
Yes, so you see Martinsburg now being more aggressive, taking less pitches. They got that lead. Now they can swing a little more freely. And
Canby again hits it toward third, but a throw over from Wick is in time for out number 3. Martinsburg does score 1, leaves 1, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bulldogs 5, Washington nothing. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
We welcome you back to Washington High School. Martinsburg 5, Washington nothing. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis, happy to have you with us. Avery Newport on camera, Colin McLaughlin, Dylan Bishop back in the studio, and it's Cam Moore coming to the plate to lead things off. Moore flew out his last time. It's a good part of the lineup to be in, the 2-3-4 hitters. But a 5-0 deficit, definitely tough to come back from with Carson Boober on the mound, and Boober misses inside on his first pitch for ball 1.
Yeah, this second time through here, it's in the bottom of the 4th. They need to make some things happen here so they can guarantee themselves another swing there. In the 6th, 7th inning, try to chip away at this lead is where Washington needs to be at the moment. Great leadoff man here with Moore with a good batting average, good speed.
That one taken low for a ball. Boober so far 3 innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts for the Dogs' right-handed sophomore. Moore leading off this inning, and he will hit this one hard over the right fielder Joe Paulson's head. Moore running into second base. He's going to round second. Paulson trying to get to it out there and right, and Moore is in there with a stand-up triple for Moore to lead off the inning. So we talked about the Washington bats needing to get going, and that's quite the way to get them going with the Moore triple.
Yes, Tripp would say that's what a doctor ordered.
Yeah, looks like Ryan McCarthy is going to be inserted in Stoudemire's spot. So we're going to have Ryan McCarthy hitting in the 3-hole as opposed to Braden Stoudemire, who struck out the last time. And so I'm not sure, exactly the reasoning, but
McCarthy takes the first pitch for a called strike. He was swinging a good bat when he started this season for Washington. It is a little bit surprising, though, to see your 3-hitter out of the game, so you got to be a little bit concerned about Stoudemire, hopefully. Just the pinch hitting situation and nothing else, because, he's your 3-hitter for a reason, a good shortstop as well defensively. So, runner on third, and that one popped up into left field. Landon Sifford trying to chase it down. It's off his glove. Moore will score easily from third, and into second base is McCarthy, so he comes through to get the run across and get to second. And it's all of a sudden a 5-1 ball game. Washington getting momentum with the 2-3-4 hitters at the plate.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier here with Colin Reed coming to the plate. It's just like you said, what the doctor ordered there, back-to-back hard contact. Ball got lifted in the air. The wind's playing havoc up there, pushing the ball around. Martinsburg outfielders having a little trouble with it as the infielders for Washington had the first inning of the game.
Reed hits this one foul down the first baseline. Yeah. So they will rule that an error for McCarthy's contact.
It did hit off the glove.
Yeah.
That was an odd play right there for Reed. The ball got off the end of the bat, and it rolled foul, but it had spin that was bringing it back towards the infield. So Reed takes off up the line, and Boober thinks momentarily might let it go fair so I can get Reed. Then as Reed passed it, he thought I better keep it foul in case it does go fair, and then Reed would have a base hit out of it. So good smart baseball there by both players.
Reed hits this one hard toward first. What a play by Morris. He scoops it up, steps on the bank for the first out of the inning.
Great play there. I mean, he got dirty on that one. It was a line drive, took a hard hit, first baseman to first baseman as Reed goes back by Morris, gives him tip of the cap, and so respect there between the two players. That ball could have easily got down in that right field corner for a double for Reed and then another run on the board. Just a great play by Morris. Morris 3 base hits this game already and a run-saving play, so he's really got it going on here today.
Runner down there at third base is McCarthy, and Kobe Smith now at the plate, and Smith fouls the first pitch away. No balls, 1 strike on Smith. Smith flew out his first time in the second inning. Has 9 RBIs so far this season. Would love to pick up the 10th and get Washington just 3 runs down. 5-1 our score, bottom of the 4th inning, 1 out. Runner on third base, the pitch from Boober, hit hard up the middle. That will score the run and be a single for Kobe Smith, an RBI single, and it's 5-2. Washington cutting back into this deficit in this big 4th inning.
Great piece of hitting there, right back up the middle. And we know this Washington team, and we know they're a team that likes to fight, and they fight hard.
Yeah, they want to hit. I mean, you can see they're breathing some life into them. Looks like they've got the, that this 4 straight batters to come to the plate with hard contact. Reed, would have easily gotten a base hit out of that. Wouldn't have been for one heck of a play by Morris over there, and it could have been easily 5-3 at the moment with no outs. But that great play has kept it to 5-2. But Washington is finding out that they can get on base, they can get solid contact, against Boober here now. So momentum shifting slightly, but Martinsburg still holding that 3-run lead.
Wick at the plate has himself on an 0-1 count with 1 out. Smith standing on first base for the Washington Patriots, who have scored 2 so far in the 4th inning to make it a 5-2 ball game. Bottom 4. Boober on the mound for Martinsburg. He'll fake the throw over and reset.
As we've seen all year long with these, especially with Martinsburg, Musselman, Jefferson, Washington, they have fought each other every inning. No lead has been safe.
High and inside.
Even Hedgesville, before Bub got hurt, give Martinsburg and Jefferson and Washington, a run for their money early in the innings. So, just a great EPAC game, a regional game here.
The 1-1 pitch is a ball on the inside part of the batter's box. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
A little hard to read James's body language because sometimes when he comes up quick, he goes strike.
I thought he called strike initially.
Yeah, so he's a little hard to read on his. You think he fools us all sometimes.
The 2-1 is popped up in the infield. Oviedo rolling over, and he gets there for out number 2.
Maybe the difference in the game so far has been Washington's ability to handle the high infield pop, or inability to handle it, and Martinsburg's ability to handle it.
Yeah.
Even though they've definitely had some close ones on these infield pops, so not an easy play today with the wind. That one coming when the wind wasn't really blowing and made it a little bit easier for Oviedo, or at least not blowing as hard. Poltar coming to the plate. He struck out, swinging back in the 2nd inning. Runner on first for the Patriots. 5-2 our score, and there's a bouncer blocked by Asanovich for ball 1.
There's that situation where you have to go up with the mindset that I'm not going to swing. I'm going to set fastball, pitch I want right down the middle. You cannot be giving up that first strike on a pitch that's far, out of the zone there. Your approach has to be one pitch, one spot at a 0-0.
That one fouled away. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Poltar.
0-2.
They called him swinging on
Yeah, called him swinging, and so that first strike that he swung at when he has now got him in trouble here. 0-2. See if Boober can finish him off. If Poltar needs to kind of fight off here, look for Boober to go back to the same pitch he got him on the first time. There it was.
Yep.
A little low.
Trying to get him swinging though again. This time Poltar leaves
it out there. Yeah. Should have left it out there first pitch.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 out. Runner on first for the Washington Patriots. 2 runs have scored in this inning. 5-2 ball game, and the breaking ball gets Poltar looking for strike number 3. We'll head to the 5th. Martinsburg 5, Washington 2. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson. We play hardball.
I have one.
Top 5th. Martinsburg 5. Washington 2, as we begin this 5th inning. Bulldogs coming to the plate. Lupus, Asanovich, Ziddle due up for Martinsburg. Michael Lupus will lead things off. He was hit by a pitch his last time and flew out back in the 1st inning. So 5-2 ball game. Washington able to score 2 in the bottom of the 4th to make it just a 3-run ball game.
I think you can set the defense with Zach Wick on third. Looks like right fielder Josh McCarthy has moved to short. And Smedic still, Bradley Smedic at second. Colin Reed still at first. Looks like Ryan McCarthy was inserted in the Stottlemyre spot and now playing right field. Kobe Smith in left, Cam Moore in right, Broughton behind the plate with Matei pitching here with I believe a 2-0 count.
1-1 count, and that one a little bit low. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. Matei on the mound for Washington. Coming in relief of Dunbar, and the breaking ball is fouled down the third base line from Michael Lupus. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to lead off the top of the 5th inning. Lupus looking to get the Dogs a leadoff base runner. After seeing 2 come across for Washington, and there's a breaking ball that just misses outside. Good frame from Broughton behind the plate. And a 3-2 count, and Lupus fouls that one away. Michael Lupus battling at the plate. Just over 280 batting average for him on the season. Playing third base today. Battling here on a 3-ball, 2-strike count, and Lupus fouls that one away. So making Matei work, which is important with him coming out of the bullpen.
Lupus finding some home run power down there at Myrtle Beach. So he's got the first home run of the year for Martinsburg.
A ground ball to short. McCarthy makes the throw over to Colin Reed for out number 1.
McCarthy comes in, makes a nice play at short as a defensive replacement there.
Matt Asanovich will come to the plate. Asanovich walked and grounded out into a fielder's choice his last time up. And Asanovich will take the first pitch a little high and inside for ball one.
He's got that orange bat. I got a text from Vic Lupus, says they're using hair dye on their bats. That's why we think they're different, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's...
Is he messing with you?
He's messing with you. He's not messing with me. I want to see if you'd fall for that, because I haven't seen that kind of color orange hair dye that Asanovich has got there. Yeah.
Did he really send that in the text message?
Yeah, he sent it. Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Lupus.
I don't believe it.
Ball's hit deep.
It's hit hard, to Asanovich. Is hit well into right center field. Asanovich running past first and into second base with a 1-out double for Matt Asanovich.
Here comes your courtesy runner.
Those are courtesy of Jason Barrett for State Senate, a conservative fighter for Jefferson and Berkeley counties. Out there now is
Logan Wilt.
Logan Wilt again.
So I was going to say that not hair dye, but maybe it was some leftover Easter egg dye, Vic. I think that's what it was. Maybe your autocorrect messed up when you said hair dye and you meant egg dye.
I think he's messing with you to mess with me.
Jake Ziddle at the plate. Ziddle had an RBI single his last time up after striking out in the first inning, picking up RBI number 11 on the season. Logan Wilt standing on second base for the Dogs, leading 5-2 in the top of the 5th inning. Matai delivers and gets a called strike for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out.
Yeah. Matei's doing a nice job coming in there. That ball's hit pretty hard there, but Matei's finding the strike zone and, mixing these pitches up well. Each of them being able to throw his off-speed pitch for a strike. So, his team chipped away at that lead there last inning. If he can continue to get some shutout innings, his team can turn that lineup over and continue to make some hard contact with Boober. Washington could be right back in it.
The 1-2 is a bouncer in front of the plate. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jake Ziddle with 1 away and a runner on second base.
As you see Broughton back there as the senior catcher, and we talk about him once again, you haven't seen a lot of pass balls get back here to us. And you see that ball get in the dirt, how quick he just drops and blocks his body, just gives up his body.
The 2-2, another bouncer, and a good job by Broughton right on cue to make another play. So 3 balls, 2 strikes on Ziddle.
That quick, he dropped, blocked, the helmet was off, he's ready to throw a runner out. It's, just very, for a larger young man, he's quite nimble back there. And just a very good defensive catcher.
The 3-2
now look
is a drop third strike. They'll throw to first base and
nice
get Ziddle.
play.
Good scoop over there by Colin
And
Reed.
he would have made it. He hesitated there to come out when he was coming out because he didn't see the call that they had called it.
Aaron Byler believing that was ball 4, and this is again same umpire we had last night, right? And we have a drop third strike with a little bit of controversy.
Yeah, just as I was giving all those praises to Dunbar, to Broughton, he let me down a little bit, and he kind of went back and picked it up. But again, we have a little bit of a miscommunication between batter and.
There's a ball hit on the ground to the pitcher, Matei, and he fires over to first. Route number 3 will head to the bottom of the 5th. No runs scored for the Dogs. They strand a runner on third base. Martinsburg 5, Washington 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life can get in the way these days. We all know that. Work commitments, social commitments, volunteer commitments, family commitments. You put your heart into all of it. You've got enough to worry about already. Your roof shouldn't be one of those things. Everything should just work. But when your roof is in need of an upgrade, you shouldn't have to worry about that either. Modern Renovations, your 4-state roofing solution. Reminding you that home is where the heart really is.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
We welcome you back to Washington High School. Martinsburg leading Washington 5-2 in this EPAC game. Bottom of the 5th inning. Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis, and Trip Tobin. Happy to have you with us. Avery Newport on camera this evening, and back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin along with Dylan Bishop. 5-2. Martinsburg on top, and Josh McCarthy will lead things off. And McCarthy got a single back in the 3rd inning when he led it off for the Patriots. So McCarthy, Broad, and Dunbar due up for Washington.
Yeah, Washington's going to turn this lineup over here this inning. If he can get a couple of these guys here on the bottom to be productive, have productive at bats, get on base, Josh can get himself another single. And, you know, if we can get some production here out of Broughton, we're going to see, you know, some fireworks possibly here in this 5th inning, as it looks like Matei's come in, settled down those Martinsburg bats, got rid of those, you know, stopped those walks and those free bases, and then his team is starting to chip away here.
And a swing and a miss, strike 3, Carson Boober, making sure they don't chip away too much.
Yeah, so then you see exactly what the doctor ordered for Martinsburg, to shut this door that it was kind of pushed open there the last couple innings. So, you know, Boober, we've seen him in the past, you know, shut that door in late innings, get stronger as the innings go on, and he's starting, you know, we're going to see where he's at here these last 3 innings. He's got a few outs left to get.
The pitch to Ty Broaden is inside for ball 1. Broaden on the day, just a fly out, 0 for 1.
Yeah, couldn't be happy with that bunt attempt his first time up that went right up in the air to the pitcher.
As he takes that one for a ball, 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bottom 5th inning. Martinsburg on top, 5-2. This one hit into right center field. Jordan Canby sprinting over and runs into Paulson out there. I believe Canby made the catch. No, they're not going to rule that he caught it. The runner is rounding 3rd base. Broaden will score. Canby believes he caught it.
Coach Myler's coming out to the – he's livid.
So the call is on C.L. Baker. Nobody's on base, so he has the catch.
It looked like Canby had made the catch, but, I mean, from our angle, it's almost impossible to really tell now.
We're all getting the calls and out. Now we're going to go out and check on them. So you got, so it's not Paulson, is it Wilt? Or is it Paulson? Yeah, it's Paulson. Regardless, there was a pretty good collision out there, and they're finally getting up. They did get the call out, but I'm pretty sure that Paulson is not left-handed. That's a left-handed.
That is Wilt. They moved Wilt out there.
Okay.
So they took Paulson out, put Wilson to replace him. Wilt, excuse me, to replace him defensively.
Yeah. So we have Wilt and Canby out there who has banged. The ball hung up in the air, and the wind is pushing. And you look at the flag; it's pushing it towards the right field. So as it went up, it looked definitely like it was, you know, all Canby. And then it just kept pushing towards Wilt, and then Wilt decided to take a pretty good shot at it. And then
now Coach DeSarno wants to hear reasoning behind it.
Yeah, how does? I'm not sure how it's not called. I mean, so at this, you know, so James is, umpire behind the plate, James Franklin. His job is to, you know, watch him touch the bases there as CL goes out to look, and never got I guess an out call from CL Baker. So. You know, a little bit more, you know, controversy here where we don't get, you know, we're not really miscommunicating between the umpires, or they're not verbal enough to make those calls. They're quiet, but anyway.
Matei at the plate as he is hitting for himself as Dunbar checked out of the ball game completely, not just on the mound, and Matei finds himself behind on an 0-2 count. And Boober's pitch is a little bit high and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Matei.
We've had a throw down on a 3rd strike. Nobody knew what was going on. We've got Broughton, who's...
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Down goes Washington via the strikeout again. He'll head to the 6th inning. Martinsburg 5, Washington 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar & Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar & Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back to Washington High School. Martinsburg leading Washington 5-2 as we begin the 6th inning. Top of the 6th, it's the top of the order for the Bulldogs. Clement, Sifford, Morris due up.
That last inning, we seen that collision. We seen Broughton continue to run around the bases as we didn't get a clear call out of C.L. Baker out there. And then as Broughton crossed the plate, you seen the safe call from James Franklin, because of course he didn't have the call, so he kind of goes out, and that and everybody starts yelling and hollering, and Coach Baller comes out, wants to talk to James, and then so they go out and talk to CL. Then CL Baker does give the out call, but you would, when it's controversial like that, you would hope that he would give the the out call and everybody could see it. But I'm not sure. Maybe CL was concerned about the 2 players that collided and didn't quite put the thumbs up for the out or what. But regardless, Vic Lupus's favorite umpire, C.L. Baker, did eventually make that call, and Ty Broughton got to run around the bases for nothing, and so it just ended up being an out.
We got some exercise.
Got some exercise, and we're just happy that both those players out there are not hurt or injured in any way. We've seen enough injuries this year in the EPAC, and coming into the sectionals, we really want these guys to be strong and healthy.
So Hudson Clement battling on a 1-ball-2-strike count at the plate, and he takes that one low for 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's 1-1, Nick. Fouled off the first
Misread
one,
that
2
one.
balls in a row. Yep.
And the 2-1 is low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Hudson Clement. Clement is 1 for 2 with a single walk and a strikeout. Takes that one looking for strike 2.
I hope Avery don't do really well tomorrow. They might take him over to the Home Team Sports Network.
The 3-2 is fouled away popped up by Hudson Clement and played by Colin Reed.
Never know.
Landon Sifford coming to the plate.
Yeah. One out there. They finally kept Hudson Clement off the base, so they're leading off. At both times that he's let off and got on base, he's found his way around to score there, I believe. So, it's to get him out is big. So Matei is giving his team an opportunity. They just need to put the runs up as he is.
Well, Sifford sends one into left center field. That's a well-hit ball by Landon Sifford. He'll round first and head into second with a stand-up, 1-out double for Sifford. That looked like a ball that he would have hit at the beginning of the year when he was just hitting everything hard into the outfield.
Yeah, he's had that little bloop single earlier he probably wasn't happy with, and he flew out to left, and then he flew out to first. So a lot of balls lifted there. He does have a bit of a lift in his swing, and when he finds his groove, hits the ball solid, he can find some gaps and hit the ball over top some guys' heads and get a lot of extra bases. Not typical for his body size, but it works for him. Gets good solid contact and a great piece of hitting there.
A guy in a groove right now is Isaiah Morris, who is 3 for 3 today with an RBI and all of them singles.
He's got that black hair dye on that bat. It must be luck for him because he's 3 for 3.
The 0-1 pitch is popped up, and Colin Reed will trail back and make the play for out number 1. Sifford will stay at second base. Or out number 2, excuse me.
That was your fault he didn't get a hit, Trey.
Yep. You don't talk
Carson
about it, right?
Boober coming to the plate.
Yeah. Number 1 rule about Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club.
Single, a sac fly, and a fielder's choice. Spencer with his second Fight Club reference of the broadcast.
Hey, I have made that mistake once before, Nick. You know what I'm talking about.
You can't. Certain things you can't talk about, but you can say he was 3 for 3.
Yeah.
With that new bat.
1-0 pitch to Carson Boober. His high and inside nearly hit him, but Boober gets out of the way for ball number 2.
It's getting a little chillier to see the crowds all wrapped up. A couple of days ago, we've seen everybody out in the warm weather, and today now we see everybody. We have pushed the high 80s on Sunday. Here we are again back in the 60s. So
that one inside for a ball. It's a 3-0 count on Boober. And when the sun's out like it is right now, it's pretty nice, I still think, besides a little bit of wind. But when the sun goes away, it's definitely pretty chilly. As there's a called strike on a 3-0 pitch, 3-1 on Carson Boober. Sifford standing on second base, 2 away here in the 6th inning, a 5-2 lead for Martinsburg. Landon Sifford takes his lead, and that one's popped up into shallow left field. Going back is Moore, though, as it continues to carry out there in left center, and eventually Smith comes over to make the play for out number 3. So the Dogs strand a runner on the base paths, and we'll head to the bottom half of the 6th inning, with Martinsburg still leading 5-2. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
We welcome you back to Washington High School. And Tripp, you're able to get the official, I guess, what the umpires are taught to do in those drop third strike situations, because they've kind of come up back-to-back games in interesting ways. And when one team thinks one thing and the other team thinks the other.
Right. Last night we had a drop third, what we thought was a drop third strike, and it was just a check swing for ball 3. Tonight we have a drop third strike that was a drop third strike that the batter didn't think. He went around, didn't run, and ended up getting thrown out at first. So, I just asked, the official or the umpire, James Franklin, what exactly, any verbalization, any vocalization that would, give tip off the batter catcher that it was strike 3, and he says they just have to, throw up the strike 3 sign or say strike 3, and then they have to react to the play. Is his explanation there. So, going back to last night, it's really, really tough play for Taryn Boyles, just no win situation.
This James Franklin from West Virginia, not to be confused with the Penn State head football coach.
Okay.
I don't think anybody was confusing the umpire with the head football coach at Penn State. I don't think you'd have to umpire high school baseball games if you're the head Penn State coach. But Cam Moore will get a single unless he really wants to come to West Virginia and do that.
Great lead off here for Cam Moore. He could easily be lead off for this team. So just what the doctor ordered, like you said here, is they continue to put some balls in play. Good things are happening for Washington. Great leadoff guy, Cam Moore. Left a little speed there. Last time we seen McCarthy up, he drove the ball deep into left field. A lot of hard contact out of these next 3 or 4 guys coming to the plate.
Cam Moore's really swinging a pretty good bat, even when Washington hasn't been putting up a ton of runs or swinging a great bat as a team. Moore had the walk-off in one of their games. I believe it was against McClancy where he had the walk-off down there in Myrtle Beach, and he's got 2 hits here in this ball game, so doing a good job for the Patriots. McCarthy, though, hits into a could-be double play. 6-4, the throw from Oviedo is short, and Morris is able to keep it in front of him, but McCarthy will reach on the fielder's choice.
Great job by Morris there to keep the ball in front of him. We've seen a few times this season where it just goes down the line a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, McCarthy must really be, have a lot of speed, because that ball was hit just sharply at one hop. It looked like a tailor-made double play ball. It did get up on Hudson a little bit, but he made a good clean throw over to Oviedo, and he just turned and had to cut it loose because McCarthy was coming down the line, and the throw was a little wide. Morris just blocked it up like a catcher there.
So Colin Reed coming to the plate. Reed will lift this ball into center field. Canby goes back and makes the play on the first pitch. He sees Reed is retired, and they've handled Colin Reed so far. Now 0 for 3.
Great contact.
I'm sorry, he had a single in the second.
So, I mean, he drove the ball on a line drive. The first base last time was kind of robbed, and that ball there was just hit right on the nose, but right at the center fielder. If it can find one of the gaps, it's a double there. So hard luck day so far for Reed, but he's got to be happy with the contact he's making, and in his at-bats so far today, even though they've been unproductive.
Smith had an RBI single his last time up, and that pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count on Smith. Boober working on the mound. Runner on first base for the Washington Patriots, and that one, another called strike.
Very efficient day for Carson Boober.
Back to the same pitch there. He's just the backdoor curveball on the lefty, which starts in the right-handed batter box and just finds its way over what will be the outside corner for the lefty, and you see Asanovich setting up out there even farther.
The 0-2 from Boober, hit hard on the ground towards second. Oviedo will throw to first for out number 3. So that will do it for the bottom half of the 6th inning. We'll head to the 7th. Martinsburg 5, Washington 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
Finding the right home can be a tough decision, but finding the right lender doesn't have to be. With 32 years of experience, the Mortgage Center knows how to find the right loan for you that requires little or no money down. The Mortgage Center's mobile-friendly website makes the application process quick and stress-free. And as always, you'll want to get pre-approved before you contact any real estate agent or builder. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, call the Mortgage Center at 304-267-9040 or visit mortgagefinancing.com today.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Welcome you back to Washington High School, and the Patriots trail the Martinsburg Bulldogs 5-2 to begin the 7th inning. Matei remaining on the mound for Washington, and Martinsburg coming back to the plate, looking to get at least 1 run here. I believe they said they were playing for 1 when they went into the dugout.
You heard Coach Ballerini come out, hey, we're playing for 1 run here. We want to extend this lead, make it so that you like to 4 is kind of a magic number. 5 is a number you feel like that's insurmountable possibly, but 4 grand slam can get you tied up. 5 forces them to put at least 5 or 6 bats on the ball. And
Jordan Canby is hit in the back on the first pitch. Appears to be okay, so Canby hit by the pitch, and that puts you in a good situation to get the run. Obviously, you don't want to see a guy hit, but
so if you're playing for a run, does that mean Lupus bunts here, or does that mean that Canby's fast enough they think they can steal on the senior catcher?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the way Broaden has thrown out, I would think.
I think it's a bunt.
A bunt from Lupus, and it is. It's a well-placed bunt right back to the pitcher, Matei. Canby is there at second base.
So they are going to stick to what they said. They're going to play for 1 run. Lupus gets the bunt down. So, Martinsburg, as you can see, some days you hit home run, some days you bunt.
Matt Asanovich will come to the plate. Walk, ground out, and a double so far today for Asanovich. Canby on second base, and Asanovich will take it for a called strike at the knees.
Asanovich can find some green out there in the outfield with the speed of Canby. Look for Coach Ballard to send him home here with one out.
The pitch to Asanovich on 0-1 is fouled back into the fencing. So no balls, 2 strikes on Matt Asanovich. He walked in the first, and that RBI, or that double in the 5th. And that walk also led to the run, or the second run at that point, scoring for Martinsburg. A 5-2 lead for the Dogs now. Canby's going to take off for third, and he is in there with the stolen base.
Great job to get over there for that stolen base. Puts you 90 feet away from getting that one run.
Shows you that speed that he has, that to run. But that's on the pitcher. Not really holding them. So now you see opposite of last night with Musselman with the defense back. You see Washington pull it up quickly with a man on third. So what they're saying is we're not going to give up this run on a ground ball to the infield. He's going to have to push it through the infield, hit it hard enough to get through us. We're not going to let Canby just go home on a ground ball.
That one again fouled away by Matthew Asanovich. And it almost seemed like that stolen base probably caught Washington off guard a little bit.
Yeah, I mean you got Matei in there who's probably not totally aware of Jordan's speed, and Jordan looking, watching, and maybe he's a green light guy on Martinsburg if he can pick up something. And apparently he picked it up and found his way there.
Asanovich hits this one hard into right field. Canby will score from third. Martinsburg gets that run that it wanted, and it's now 6-2 Bulldogs in the top of the 7th inning. Jake Ziddle coming to the plate.
Great piece of hitting by Asanovich there, using that.
The orange bat.
The orange bat there.
Orange hair-dyed bat.
I don't think it's hair-dyed. I think he's messing with you.
Nah, Vic wouldn't mess with me. He's a straight arrow. Asanovich making a bid for player of the game. A couple RBIs there with a couple base hits, hit the ball hard. We don't want to.
I think there's a few nominees, and it seems like most games it's pretty easy to decide. Usually the pitcher has been a common one because we've had a lot of low-scoring games, but a 6-2 lead for Martinsburg could be somebody that did some good things at the plate today, but I think we got a few different nominees we can go to, depending on how this one turns out too.
Certainly Boober, is up there in the front runner as well, and but Washington still has 3 outs to make some plays here.
And the pitch to Jake Ziddle is lifted into left field. Moore having some issues reading it, but does make the play.
Double play.
And they will double up the runner there in.
I guess it was Spar, wasn't it?
Yeah, looks like Spar.
Spar took off with only 1 out. He got doubled up.
I was going to say, initially I didn't know why he was standing on third base. And
yeah.
He probably
they got the
one
run they were looking for.
The outs, though, but they do get the 1 run. And by the bottom of the 7th, Martinsburg now leading 6-2. It's West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back at 60.
Hi, this is Rob Mario. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call 304-262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. We're now accepting new patients at all 4 convenient locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, and Winchester. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Washington trailing Martinsburg here at Washington High School 6-2, and the Patriots will come to the plate trying to get a rally started to potentially extend this ball game. Carson Boober will remain on the mound for the Bulldogs. 7 strikeouts for Boober so far today through 6 innings, 5 hits. and just 1 earned.
71 pitches, 52 strikes, a great strike-to-ball ratio, and he's just battled out there, and he's really stepped it up his game since Paulson went down.
The 0-1 pitch, a nice breaking ball for another called strike here on Zach Wick, who's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fly out today. And the 0-2 is hit hard on the ground towards second short, and Clement comes over and makes the play for out number 1. Boober couldn't quite get to it, trying to field his own position, but Clement was there to back him up and make a nice play at short.
Yeah, did make it a little bit close as Clement come up and kind of throw on the run, made it close, but Baker out there with a thumb up in the air called the out. So 1 down. We're talking about the Boober, and I just reiterated about Paulson. And earlier you heard Spencer say something about I got some news on Paulson. I spoke with his dad, and we did see him have had a bullpen the other day. He did end up with actually it was a pulled muscle in his back that as it came up, I guess, and attached to the shoulder a bit or whatever, on his follow-through throwing on some of his breaking pitches and things where he really drove him down, it kind of irritated his ulnar nerve. So it really wasn't an elbow issue or it was more of a pulled muscle, and he's kind of working his way back slowly, rehabbing that, whether or not he can get, up to full speed. But what it does do is we see a ground ball.
2-0 hit on the ground for the second baseman Oviedo, but he can't handle it, and it will go down as an error. Poltar will reach, and McCarthy coming to the plate.
That's not what you want to see there with Poltar, the youngster there, getting his 4th or 5th at bat, varsity at bat this year to get on base on a ground ball like that. But it did come up into Oviedo's gut, and then as he reached back down to pick it up, I believe he kicked it. And kicked it out of his way there. But back to Paulson, it appears that it's not, so if nothing else, possibly he can close out a game in this section, or at least be, useful in the pitching rotation to some extent. At this point, it's still up in the air, but he is kind of working his way back.
That one fouled away by McCarthy. That's definitely good to hear, too. Not an elbow injury, nothing as severe as maybe it could have been, or we might have thought initially, just because of how it took him out of 2 games. So
Spencer would be happy to know that he's going to Marshall on a full scholarship for computer science.
Hey, I'm happy to hear that too.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Ground ball to Oviedo. Oviedo this time makes the play on McCarthy for out number 2. So Washington's down to its final out. Ty Brodin coming to the plate. Down by 4, a runner on second base, 6-2 lead for the Martinsburg Bulldogs.
So that goes to show everybody back at home there is money in academics. Get those grades.
2 away now in the inning, and Brodin at the plate. He's flown out twice in the ball game. Runner on second base for the Patriots, and that pitch misses inside to Brodin for ball 1.
So Broughton certainly needs to do something here to help his team out here to turn it back over. We see Dunbar on deck as he's going to re-enter into the leadoff spot.
And that one, a called strike at the knees on Ty Broughton.
So Broughton can get on. There's certainly, Dunbar can find his way on base. There's certainly home run power in those guys behind him, and Moore and Reed and those kind of guys. We can get back to that part of the lineup.
The 1-1 is low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. On Ty Broughton with a runner on second base, and Poltar, who reached on an error to extend this inning. The pitch is popped down the first baseline and out of play. Isaiah Morris trying to run over for it. So Carson Boober looking to go the full 7 innings and get Martinsburg what would be win number 17 on the season over the currently 10-4 Washington Patriots. A runner on second, 6-2 lead for the Dogs. 2 away. The pitch from Boober is outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Boober with a couple, plays here and there could have possibly got out of this game in 75 pitches and even saved a day's rest. Not that they would need that, but that's extremely efficient for the young man against a tough-hitting team.
3-2 is a chopper hit towards short. Hudson Clement fires to first for out number 3, and that's your ball game. Martinsburg 6, Washington 2 is your final score. The Bulldogs improved to 17-6 on the season, while Washington falls to 10-5. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the Palace Lounge post-game show. This is West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices. And we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the postgame show. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Cody's Auto Body, Laddie's Bar and Grill, Trips Flooring, The Mortgage Center, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, The Heffley Motor Company, The Palace Lounge, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Milestone Realty, and by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers.
So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Over the Washington Patriots, today, Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, Spencer Dupuis on the Palace Lounge post-game show. And the Palace Lounge is located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Trip, just a really solid win for the Martinsburg Bulldogs today, and the bats got going for the Dogs, which
12 hits tonight for Martinsburg, and a couple of guys with the multiple hits. Sifford with 2, Morris with 3, and Canby with a couple, Sonovich with a couple, and some extra base hits there as well. Clement run out a base hit there, a couple of doubles on the day. So not only just had it early started off, of course, with a couple fly balls that the wind played a little havoc with, and that could account for 2 of those hits, but still 10 solid, base hits there, and it really got those bats going, something they needed to do, especially against a very good Washington team that's really deep in pitching, and has a lot of guys who can hit the baseball in the offensive side. So Boober comes in, holds them to 5 hits, with just 2 runs. But Washington played a clean game, inserted a few guys here and there defensively, and it's just going to be exciting to see, when Washington comes to play with their 1 and 2 pitchers, and those bats warm up a little bit. Hopefully they're going away this weekend. Maybe they can go down to Morgantown, get away a little bit and find those bats.
All right,
come back for the sectionals, and it's going to be very exciting.
Looks like we're going to be joined by our WVU Medicine player of the game, Isaiah Morris. Isaiah, we got to start you off and ask about the bat. You had a different bat today, and it looked like it worked pretty well with 3 singles.
Yeah, I had to switch it up, see how it was, and it worked pretty good. So I might be staying to that bat the rest of the year.
So is Asanovich using your bat, it looked like?
Yeah.
The orange one? Yeah. Worked for him, too, so
yeah.
Maybe that's all you needed.
Yeah, y'all switched bats. The orange bat was kind of your telltale call there, and he looked up there. He had a little different bat. Next thing you know, some solid contact, 3 for 3 tonight. But One of the reasons why we got you here for player of the game is as Washington was making their return and they hit a couple balls really hard and you make that fantastic play over at first base, that kind of shut that inning down. If that ball gets through, the next guy gets a base hit as well. That's 4 straight base hits in a row. The lead goes in from, instead of being 5-0 and 5-2, possibly it's 5-2, 5-3, 5-4. So incredible play over there. Kind of walk us through that play.
I don't know. I couldn't let it go past.
Couldn't let it go. That's what they call belly play. You ever hear that?
Yes, sir.
You can't get the ball through. All right, so take us through those at bats, those three base hits. You know, you guys haven't hit the ball extremely well yourself. You know, it has been hot and cold, and you went down to Myrtle Beach, seen a lot of good pitching, and come up here today, seen a good pitcher in Dunbar, and you got 3 base hits. How did that feel?
I think we're gonna turn it around.
Yeah, you got 12 hits today as a team, but you got 3 of them. How that
felt pretty good to turn around, and how I wasn't hitting pretty good, and now I'm hitting pretty good now. I hope it stays.
Well, you got a future in interviewing, that's for sure, in your interviews. So you got anything to say coming into the sectionals? Okay, you good to go? Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you to Isaiah Morris for joining us, our WVU player of the game. Big 3-for-4 day for him at the plate, and now we're joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. And Coach, Tripp just kind of talked about it a little bit. 12 hits for you today, and a lot of the wins this year, the bats haven't necessarily been there. You've scored some runs on some other plays, but to see the bats going with the domination from Carson Boober on the mound, that's got to feel good, especially against a good pitching team in Washington.
Yeah, I think we had more hits than more said words there in your interview. No, I did. At times there early on, it felt like, it could be 8-10 nothing. The way we were swinging it, we left a lot of guys on base. Carson seemed pretty dominant throughout, besides that one inning where, we made a couple errors, they got a couple hits. But, good to see the bats going, especially after a couple days off, and made the choice to give them the day off yesterday as opposed to bringing them in hit. I felt like they were tired from the beach trip, so you worried a little bit about that, the bats not being ready to go, but they did a good job.
Well, I'll go back. I'll make sure that they hear this. Hopefully they hear it. But you give them some days off before the High Point game, and they come out firing. You give them some days off here. So, maybe they just need days off if you're pushing them too hard.
Well, I think you guys hear me say it to them all the time that it's kind of a grind. The high school baseball season's a grind, and I think it's very important to make sure you pick when you give them time off and when you don't. You don't want to wear them out because the only thing that matters is May 10th. So you want to make sure they're good to go for that. But, yeah, it looks like we picked all right time.
What do you think about Boober? You can't say enough about him. He could easily be sitting here a player of the game. He only threw 80 couple of pitches and very efficient, fights through the game, appears to get stronger, shut the door, after the defensive base hit out there, and they had that one inning. Other than that, he was dominant the whole day.
The thing about Carson is like nothing ever bothers him. He gets the ball, he gets on the mound, he pitches. 85 pitches against that lineup, that's incredible. My hat's off to him. I thought he did a great job. We probably don't win today without Carson out there, so just proud of him. I mean, that's a sophomore. What else can you say?
That is a great play. Great win. Going to go a long ways, as you say, as we look at the whole body of work, and this certainly splitting with Washington, and Washington's got to go play Jefferson now. It's all going to play into a big game Friday night with the Musselman. You got a game tomorrow, senior night coming up, Hall of Fame night coming up. And how's the week going to play out for you?
Yeah, I mean, we got Hampshire for senior night tomorrow. We have to make sure that we take care of business there and not be looking forward to Friday night. But, I think this win tonight puts us in a chance to be one of the top 2 teams in the region. I think Friday night will be ultimately the key, whether we get that or not. So we have to make sure that we don't look past Hampshire tomorrow night, and then once we get there, make sure we take care of business on Friday. But just proud of them. I thought today had a weird feel. I don't know if it was the 4:30 start or the weather, being cold after it's been so warm, or the wind, but just felt like it was a weird day. So just proud of them for battling through, and that's a good quality baseball team in the other dugout that we just beat 6-2 pretty handily. So proud of their effort.
Yep. Thank you, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way there. Good luck Friday night, tomorrow, and Friday night.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you to head coach Aaron Byler as the Bulldogs get win number 17 on the season, and now are 17-6. We will take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get you the game summary, stats, and go over again Isaiah Morris's day, as he is our WVU Medicine player of the game. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
For every parent with a child entering pre-K through 7th grade,
we invite you to consider Airborne Christian Academy.
Enrolling your student in a Christian school, it's never been more affordable, with a W.V. Hope Scholarship offering $4,300 per year per student.
And if you've been hoping for alternative ways for your child to flourish academically while remaining true to your faith, we want to partner with you.
Check out all the details at airborne.church/school.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Welcome you back to Washington High School. We'll go through your game summary. Brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to FMIWV.com. Once again, your final score tonight, Martinsburg defeats Washington 6-2. To improve to 17-6 on the season. The Patriots fall to 10-5. And we'll go through the game summary. The game started with 2 runs scored by the Bulldogs in the top of the first inning to take an early 2-0 lead. Dunbar had a few bloop singles given up that led to a rally for Martinsburg. No runs in the second. Third inning, 2 more score for the Dogs. Fourth, they score 1. Washington answers, though, with 2 to make things interesting at 5-2 at that point. Then a couple of scoreless innings in the 5th and the 6th. Martinsburg adds the insurance run in the 7th and gets the win 6-2 today on 6 runs on 12 hits. 2 errors. Washington 2 runs on just 5 hits tonight. And that helps Martinsburg get win number 17. We'll now give you the game stats brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home? Call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. The stats today, Hudson Clement goes 1 for 3 at the plate. Landon Sifford 2 for 4. Isaiah Morse, our player of the game, goes 3 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI. Carson Boober 1 for 4 at the plate. Jordan Canby 2 for 3. Lupus goes 0 for 3, but he finds a way to score a run. Asanovich 2 for 3. Ziddle 1 for 3. Paulson does not record a hit, but Martinsburg gets 7 of the 9 guys to get a hit in the lineup. That shows that this offense was really seeing the ball well today. 12 hits as a team on 30 at-bats. And Boober goes 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 7 strikeouts. For Washington, just 2 hits from Moore, 1 hit from Reed in 3 at-bats, 1 hit from Smith, and 1 hit from McCarthy, 5 of 27 at the plate, and just 1 run scored. 7 times they were struck out. Dunbar starts the game, goes 3 1/3, 9 hits, 5 earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Matei, 3 2/3, 3 hits, 1 earned. And that leads to a 6-2 victory for the Bulldogs.
So, there's going to be a lot of people question, Washington's, not playing or not starting maybe one of their two aces, with Reed and Stottlemyre. And there's a couple of things you can say about that. Certainly they were available. Certainly they could have, Stottlemyre has beat Stottlemyre for Washington has beat Martinsburg this year, and they could have probably thrown Reed here, which is typical of your EPAC, where you show your 1 and 2, not necessarily your 1-1, and then throw your 1 again against them again in sectional. So though they did take a loss tonight, they still have a lot in their pocket. They still have a lot to show. Martinsburg hasn't seen Reed yet. Should they find each other in the regionals against one another, you'll see, they'll have to face Stottlemyre, who's beaten Martinsburg. They'll have to face Reed, who they haven't seen. And at that point, it looks like Matei has the ability to put up some zeros for them. So they do have a deep enough pitching staff to do that. So that's one plus for not throwing your 1-2. The negative is that you take a loss in the EPAC this close to, seedings, and you go on the road. Now, whether or not that's that big of a deal, that depends. I mean, the same amount of fans are going to travel more than likely home or away, but it's always nice to be home in front of your home crowd and, and your field and things like that. So, it's big. And it's big in the seating and things like that. The big picture, does that make Washington, a lesser team than Martinsburg? Definitely not. You can see they beat them, but definitely today Martinsburg was a better team. Definitely at the moment Martinsburg's playing, hitting better, and definitely at the moment Martinsburg. It appeared to have the upper hand tonight. So, 1-1, if they see each other in the regionals, it's going to be a heck of a 2 out of 3 matchup. And I do believe that these two teams are easily 2 of the 4 top teams in the seeding, with Musselman and Jefferson coming in there. So it's going to be a great week watching Musselman, Martinsburg, watching Jefferson, Washington, the huge rivalries there that we're going to see. Not to get to see the second game of Martinsburg, Musselman, is going to be after the seeding, so that could just become, just a game to get some at-bats and, sort of a consolation game possibly, which is, to me, doesn't make a lot of sense, but yeah. I'm not part of that. But anyway, still a lot of baseball to be played. Someone was going to win today, someone was going to lose, but Martinsburg, had a little different. They went with Boober and got the job done and showed they can go deep in their pitching staff as well.
And again, our player of the game tonight, Isaiah Morris, while he was a little bit quiet in our interview, he was not quiet at the plate. 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. And congratulations to him, a good effort at the plate.
I haven't seen that good of an interview since the Ricky Bobby interview, where he didn't know what to do with his hands. He was very... really well. It was a good day today, and he just
look, his first time probably. So.
But he's enjoyable. But he did have a big smile. I don't know if you could see it. He had a great smile on his face, and it was really good to see him. I see him at practice at times that he's a hard-working young man, well deserving. But that play at first base was really that really put the stop on that inning, because how high school baseball is. The hitting's contagious, and you can see those crooked numbers. You don't generally see 1-1-1 in the box score. You'll see 0-0-6, and that's what can happen. But a great play there as well. But yeah, great young man. Glad to see him have some success.
And again, that's brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. So that does it for us in this ball game. We will have another game for you tomorrow. Avery Newport will be in the play-by-play position. Spencer and Tripp will be alongside him. I'll be on camera tomorrow.
Great.
6:30 will be on the air for senior night between Martinsburg and Hampshire. And then on Friday we'll have Martinsburg and Musselman. So looking forward to that one tomorrow. But once again, your final score, Martinsburg 6, Washington 2. Bulldogs now 17-6 on the year. Washington falls to 10-5. Stay tuned. Kyle McLaughlin is next with the Monterey Results post-game scoreboard show for Kyle McLaughlin, Dylan Bishop, Spencer Dupuis, Avery Newport, Tripp Tobin. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Pilot and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Ridgeline, CR-V, or Passport. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Welcome in here to the Modern Realty Results Postgame Scoreboard Show. I am Dylan Bishop. The Modern Realty Results Postgame Scoreboard Show is brought to you by Modern Realty Results. Larry DeMarco and his experienced team handle each and every transaction with honesty and integrity. ModernRealtyResults.com. Score of your game you just saw: Martinsburg 6 and Washington 2. Let's take you to the scores around the national sports that you'll see so far today. The St. Louis Cardinals defeated the New York Mets at home 10-5. The White Sox defeated the Royals 7-3. Arizona took the win at home against the Los Angeles Dodgers. And that's all your games that have concluded so far today. Coming up at a 6:35 pitch. So getting ready to have the first pitch over there. The Pirates are hosting Milwaukee. Coming up at 6:40, Cincinnati Reds are hosting the San Diego Padres. 6:40 as well, Tampa Bay will be hosting Seattle. 6:45, Philadelphia Phillies will be hosting the Colorado Rockies. At 7:05, New York Yankees will be hosting the Baltimore Orioles. 7:05 as well, you'll get the Nationals hosting the Miami Marlins. 7:07, Toronto is hosting the Boston Red Sox. The Atlanta Braves will be hosting the Chicago Cubs at 7:20. At 7:40, you will get Minnesota hosting the Detroit Tigers. 8:05, the Texas Rangers hosting the Houston Astros. At 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time, the Guardians will be headed to Anaheim to face the Angels. Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the Angels. And San Francisco will be hosting the Oakland A's at 9:45. Those are all of your scores and upcoming games for the night of Major League Baseball. Headed over to the NBA. At 7:30 tip, we will have another game in the series between Milwaukee and Chicago, with the Bucks leading the series 3-1. And at 10 o'clock, you will get Golden State hosting Game 5 against the Denver Nuggets. And moving on to the National Hockey League, at 7:30 on ESPN Plus, you will get Winnipeg Jets hosting the Philadelphia Flyers. At 7:30, you will have the Rangers hosting the Canadiens. 8:30, the Chicago Blackhawks are hosting the Golden Knights. 8:30 as well, you'll get the Dallas Stars hosting the Coyotes. And at 10 o'clock, you'll get the Seattle Kraken and the LA Kings. One score we can give you around the local area of baseball. At the bottom of the second, we have Hedgesville leading East Hardy 4-0. So that's all the scores that we have for you right now. For Nick Verzolini, Spencer Dupuis, Trip Tobin, Avery Newport, and Colin McLaughlin. My name is Dylan Bishop. Final score of the game you just watched, Martinsburg 6, Washington 2. You've been listening to Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 on the Modern Realty Results post-game scoreboard show.
I'm Jason Barrett. I'm running for state senate because I believe it's time to build an even better West Virginia. That starts with a less burdensome tax policy, reliable internet service, a strong education system, and a robust tourism industry. I believe this building starts right here in Jefferson and Berkeley counties. I ask for your support and your vote in the May 10th Republican primary.
Paid for by Friends of Jason Barrett.
Hi, I'm Sally Hardy. I am asking you to re-elect John Hardy to the West Virginia House. John is my husband of 24 years and an amazing dad to our daughters. I am proud of this hardworking man who runs a successful business, gives back to the community, and is our valuable delegate. John Hardy is a man of values with a heart of service, and he cares about moving West Virginia forward. Re-elect my husband, John Hardy. Visit Delegate John Hardy on Facebook.
Paid for by candidate.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda of Winchester, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Kent Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Modern Realty Results, and the Skinner Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talk radio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.